Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwoodFM. Today is the start of Season 3 in USM2 with Woking. It's been a terrible first couple seasons, but let's see what we can do today. I have not loaded this up for, I don't know, a couple weeks. I've sort of taken a bit of a break from recording, but obviously I'm aware that we've had a torrid time recently, and I need to look at things like the bank, where we are losing money drastically, sign up a load of youth players and all that good stuff. So in terms of where I left the team, we've had some good improvements over the summer. Ken Smith on to 71 for defending, for example. A couple of defenders into their 60s. But we really need to sell a couple of these guys off and probably replace them with younger and worse players. So looking really good for the coming season. Looking at this, there's a number of youth players. I haven't checked any of them out yet, but a couple with okay starting attributes like goalkeeping. Someone starting on 44 is actually not too bad. So that's something I need to consider. I need to go through the team now. Probably, I don't want to fast sell anyone. I just feel like we can get money for a lot of these players. But I don't know how long these players will hang around for. So I'll transfer list some of the better ones I know I'm not going to use, and then fast sell some terrible ones just to make sure we got some of the talent coming in. Otherwise, they might get snapped up elsewhere. So 2 minutes. Right, I've set a few players on the transfer list. We've set up a few friendlies as well, which I'm really not too bothered by. So hoping we get some offers now, which we do. We get, a load of offers for players we've set on the list. So that is awesome. I think that is everyone as well. Everyone's unhappy. Oh no, I completely forgot about this. We still got a couple players listed though. We don't really want you listed anymore because you're one of our only goalies and you're a terrible defender. Actually, if you've not had an offer already, we'll just get rid of you straight away. So obviously you get a lot less money when you do that, but sometimes it has to be done. So now I'll jump into the transfer list and see, hopefully, that the youth players are still there. And then we can start to rebuild the team. I had some feedback on some of the other videos from 11, which is nice, from 11.1, who's got a really good FM blog, Concord Rangers. So please do check him out on Twitter. If you know my Twitter, it'll be somewhere around from 11.1. Promise it's really worth a read. He said maybe worth trying 5-3-2 or something, which is probably quite with the times around this time. So I'm going to give it a look. But it depends on what players we can go with. So let's see about some of these youth players. I'll sign them and we'll see who the talented ones are shortly. Right, so we have signed up a load of 17-year-olds. We've got a couple keepers, a couple of defenders, a midfielder and 2 strikers. No one really stands out. There's a striker in there with 90 pace, which is exciting, but he's terrible at everything else. So we'll see how he develops. But I'm going to try and see if I can get different formations sorted because we've been struggling 4-4-2. So join me again in a second. Lots of cutting in this one, dearie me. Right, so that's the team sorted and the tactics sorted. We are going with a 5-3-2. I haven't delved into if we're doing passing and stuff or not yet. We do have enough defenders. We've even got a few hanging around on the bench and in the reserves. Got a few midfielders, got a few strikers. That's all good. There's not a huge amount of depth outside the first 11 and the subs, but I'm sure we'll get there. In terms of the tactics, I think what we're going to do is we're going to shove on a 10% win bonus. We are going to play normal football, and we're going to play short passing and just see what we can do with that. Something else I needed to do as well, because I need to sort out all the individual training, so I'll do that now. Hold on, assistant manager for the team training. Free time on Wednesdays, always free time on Wednesdays, never forget. Individual training, I think we are going to just change everyone up and then stick them on whatever the assistant manager thinks we should do, to be honest. Obviously, I'm aware that my little hints and tips video, which is basically just like, this is how you cheat in the game to make everything work really well. Obviously know how to make everyone really good, but I'm trying to avoid that. So we are just going to tick all these off, accept the assistant advice, and go and check on contracts, because I do think that happier players should mean we have better results on the pitch. So we're going to give that a whirl. Hold on. Yeah, if you look at some of this morale, it's appalling. We want everyone to be delighted. We do have a load of money in the bank now from selling all those players. We've got 560k, so I think we can afford to do this. If not, then we can always sell players through the season. So let's just make everyone delighted. Hopefully I'll click my fingers and it will be good. I don't know which cut I'm going to use for the clicking of the fingers. Everyone's delighted. We're paying, I don't know how much more in wages now. Thousands more a week, which is a problem. Greg Shaw does not want to renew his contract because I don't know why. So he's going on the transfer list, basically. He's not happy, and that's fair enough. We can't all be happy. But hopefully we'll get an offer from here, which we don't, which is a nightmare. Oh, let's check on the damage. It's hard to tell because we're still in the same week, aren't we? We're just going to try and jump through these friendlies though. There we go, Greg Shaw is off. So now we've got a bunch of happy players. We'll be able to sign up a new youngster as well. So we'll zoom to the bottom. Hope there's still some youth players, and then we can go from there in the new season, which is very exciting. We do need promotion this year desperately, which is going to be tough, but you never know. So ideally we come across another midfielder. I know there weren't too many of them when I was looking through though. This guy will do. I know he's only got 37, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, 3-year deal. So everyone is pleased. Kill the plant as always. Morale, yeah, delighted. Look at it. It's wonderful. So wages per week of 5,000, which is quite a lot, but it could be worse. We've got a few players with good value in there. So we'll see how that will go. Stephen Crawshaw, I'm going to give you a new contract because you're not quite... Yeah, there we go. Just didn't quite have enough weeks on there for my liking. So yeah, that's all good. So hopefully we'll get into the season in a second. But it's already looking better, isn't it? Actually won some games in friendlies. The instant result is not quite like going on holiday, but it's like if you played the game and made no changes, I suppose. But hopefully we managed to do a lot better this season. We start off with a 1-1 draw, which could be a lot worse. So we are just going to zip through a few games and see where we stand in the table. But 2,500 people in the Kingfield Sports Ground at the start of the season, which is good. So yeah, happy with that. Getting some fans through the door at last. I haven't checked in on the chairman to see what he wants this year, but I assume he wants promotion as always. But yeah, three wins, 3 draws, a win and a loss is really similar to every other season so far, isn't it? We managed to get a win there against Stevenage, and let's see how things are going. Right, the coaches are not happy. Whose contract runs out? Stubbs. I think that was on purpose. I think we're letting a few of these guys run down on purpose, weren't we? So that's okay. So, alright, advertising's fine. 44 weeks. I didn't see what the chairman said there. I don't think it was good though. Let's go back in. Yeah, I did forget something. I didn't check to see what you said. Stubbs, your contract runs out this week. Well, I can just get rid of you now, so that's okay. Oh wait, no. You're all superb. We don't want you to go, but I can't really afford you either. How much do you want? He doesn't want to renew his contract. What if I give you better wages? Ugh. A new contract? I mean, he's completely done me over there, hasn't he? Anyone else? You're unhappy. Here, have some more money. It's the only way you can do it. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, they're getting like £100 pay rises out of me, which is a nightmare. Is those guys I'm not too bothered by. I'm really not bothered by a scout either, really. We'll keep him on board. No, we're not going to keep him on board. I don't really care for a scout. The physios I do care for, and good coaches I care for, but that's really it. But we have had a couple of good results in the league here, so let's see how we're going so far. We're 5th after 7 games. We're only 3 points off the lead, so if we keep this up, you never know. The loss to Halifax Town is no good, although they used to be quite good back in the day, didn't they? Obviously now we know it as a place where Jamie Vardy played, and we never hear enough of it, but yeah, not a bad little side back in the late 90s. But yeah, we're doing okay here. Coach Spooner wants better wages, but he's one of the ones we don't like, so that's not a problem. Go check in on the bank and see what we are doing in terms of money. We still require a bit of cash, actually. Admittedly, we sold another player, so that really helped. Until we're filling out the stadium, I can't really justify improving it, but I want to be ahead of the curve in regards to improving it, rather than filling it out and then be like, oh, we need to expand it. Yeah, we're doing well. We're good. What we are struggling with probably is fitness, because we've got an injury there. Dimitri Scott is injured, so we'll bring in Paul Skelding at the back, and then Stamps can go onto the bench. Got a few minor fitness concerns, but I think I'll just leave it as is until I'm forced to do it. Things seem to be going alright on the pitch, so let's not hamper around too much. We'll carry on instant resulting, because I do want to charge through the seasons. Hull City as an FA Cup game. Oops. Let's get to the Hull City game again. The replay. We love a replay on this channel. It's what I live for. I love replays so much. We're doing okay. I mean, we're getting positive letters into the... because we're top, oh my word. 24 points from 12 games. And this is the second... well, this is the Hull City game, the replay. So we'll put it on ×8. This can be the special for today. and we'll see how we get on. Obviously, no, I don't really know what to do apart from try and train players, bring in players, sell them, balance the books, and hope that the instant result does me justice. It's how I used to play the game. It just takes so long if you do it, even on times 8. It just takes forever. So hopefully we are doing the right thing. We can rise through divisions relatively quickly now. We've got a bit of traction going this season, but I guess we'll see. We are into injury time in today's game. Also, I apologise, I'm quite bunged up still from a recent illness, but hopefully we get there. But it looks like we've got through to half-time with no issues, so it looks like it's going to penalties, which we've seen a couple times before in Season 1. And here it is, select penalty takers. So, am I playing 5-4-1? Or is Stephen Crawshaw now showing as a midfielder for some strange reason? That'd be weird. But Hull City get us underway with a goal, which is not pleasant, but Reed brings us back to 1-1 immediately. Crawshaw, we want to step up next. That was weird, he took it from really far back. Crawshaw, 2-2, no problems. Those front two are really reliable. O'Connor's been around forever. Needs to be reliable now. Come on, mate. Yes, 3-3. I'm getting nervous. 4-3 to Hull. We need to score. We do. Right, it's now sudden death in effect, isn't it? 4-4. Hull put theirs away. We've got to score it to be in it. And we're still in. Almost out of penalty takers though. 6-5. Can we bring it to 6-6? We can. Keeper just sort of walks away from the ball. Paul Skelding will have to score to equalise. He does. Again, the keeper looks like he wanders towards it. I love it so much. Hull just sticking them all the way here. And we score as well. So what is that? 8-8 on penalties so far. Hull sticking another one away. 9-8. Oh, we miss. We're out on penalties. 9-8. So the FA Cup run, unfortunately, ends in the first round yet again. Although Hull City, not a bad team, so the fact we took in penalties is not to be forgotten. But it means we can concentrate a bit more on the league. Hopefully, Dimitri Scott's out for a while, isn't he? Probably several weeks. Yeah. So we'll just instant result a few more matches and see where we stand shortly. But hopefully it'll be near the top of the table, and in the second half of the season we can really kick on. So Staleybridge Celtic, that's a classic name as well. You used to be able to sign some real good players on USM 98-99 from them who'd improve. Coaches moaning about wages, I don't really care. Alex Ferguson is in charge of Man U still. Peter Reid at Sunderland, Barry Fry at Peterborough, and the other two I don't recognise, but yeah, nostalgic names going on. It's crazy. Woking Welling, and we beat them, who historically have been a problem for us in various competitions, so it's nice to get a win over them at last. Crawshaw did get sent off in that one, and I don't know why he's listed as a midfielder previously, because he's definitely a striker. Who do we bring on? Carl Kimball, I suppose. Wait, no, Carl Kimball's a midfielder. I'm going crazy now, aren't I? Bart Williams, and then we need a striker on the bench. Andy Poborski, he's still hanging around, bless him, bless his socks. Gateshead beat us. I think that's the first time we've been beaten in the league for a while. Everyone's getting restless during training apparently, which is fun. We'll add a few more guys onto individual training now. Look at that, lovely. I know what I'm doing on this game, I promise. But yeah, it's looking alright. What we'll do is we'll check the Teddy Tech, see where we are in the league. 16. So go to 21, the halfway point of the season, see where we stand and go from there. So 5 more games. I still don't know who Bromsgrove Rovers are, but they've suffered, or they've made us suffer a second defeat on the bounce, which is a problem. We're starting to lose a bit of traction here. Oh yeah, we've got a band player. Bart Williams got sent off in that last game. So we'll bring in Crawshaw back into the mix. Dimitri Scott is still injured annoyingly, so that is that. Leyton Orient. Oh, draw. The wheels are falling off, aren't they? I think there's one more game to go against Morecambe, where we lose. So it's probably a good time to stop, really, isn't it? Deary me. Oh no, we've got one more, so we'll play that one, but it looks like we're falling off the pace a little bit, and we are starting to lose a lot of money as well. A win at a vital time. Wow, that was needed. Jim Harvey of Morecambe, that's familiar as well. So check the table just before the end of the episode. We are third. We are 3 points behind Kettering. We're joint with Southport. We've only got the league to focus on now. Very low scoring and low conceding in this league. I don't know if it's like that for every league. Yeah, genuinely, teams are just not scoring or conceding many. Maybe it's just the game. Southend United in the Premier League though, which is nice, my local side. But that is that for this episode. So if you enjoyed that, please do like, comment, subscribe. There'll be more USM2 coming soon, Football Manager, stuff like that. So yeah, hang around and check it out with me, Ed. That was terrible, but bye.